Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the weekly report. Did Biden steal the election? Move over, Watergate. On or around October 17, 2020, then senior Biden campaign official Antony Blinken called up former acting CIA Director Mike Morrell to ask a favor. He needed high-ranking former U.S. intelligence community officials to lie to the American people to save Biden's lagging campaign from a massive brewing scandal. The problem was that Joe Biden's son, Hunter, had abandoned his laptop at a repair shop, and the explosive contents of the computer were leaking out. The details of the Biden family's apparent corruption and the debauchery of the former vice president's son were being reported by the New York Post. And with the election less than a month away, the Biden campaign needed to kill the story. So, according to newly released transcripts of Morrell's testimony before the House Judiciary Committee, Blinken triggered Morrell to put together a letter for some 50 senior intelligence officials to sign using their high-level government titles to claim that the laptop story had all the hallmarks of a Russian disinformation campaign. In short, at the Biden's campaign's direction, Morrell launched a covert operation against the American people to undermine the integrity of the 2020 election. A letter signed by dozens of the highest-ranking former CIA, DIA, and NSA officials would surely carry enough weight to bury the Biden laptop story. It worked. Social media outlets prevented any reporting on the laptop from being posted, and the mainstream media could easily ignore the story as it was merely Russian propaganda. Asked recently by Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan, Republican from Ohio, why he agreed to draft the false sign-on letter, Morrell testified that he wanted to help Vice President Biden because I wanted him to win the election. Morrell also likely expected to be named by President Biden to head up the CIA when it came time to call in favors. The Democrats and the mainstream media have relentlessly pushed the lie that the ruckus inside the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021 was a move by President Trump to overthrow the election results. Hundreds of trespassers were arrested and held in solitary confinement without trial to bolster the false narrative that a conspiracy to steal the election was taking place. It turns out that there really was a conspiracy to steal the election, but it was opposite of what it was reported. Just as the Steele dossier was a Democratic Party covert action to plant the lie that the Russians were pulling strings for Trump, the Russian disinformation campaign letter was a lie to deflect scrutiny of the Biden family's possible corruption in the final days of the campaign. Did the Biden campaign's disinformation campaign help rig the election in his favor? Polls suggest that Biden would not have been elected had the American electorate been informed about what was on Hunter Biden's laptop. So yes, they cheated in the election. The Democrats and the mainstream media are still at it, however. Now they are trying to kill the story of how they killed the story of the Biden laptop. This is a scandal that would once upon a time have ended in resignation, impeachment, and or plenty of jail time. If they successfully bury this story, I hate to say it, but there is no more rule of law in what has become the American Banana Republic. Thanks for listening.